Hi guys, welcome to the interview. If you'd just like to introduce yourselves.
Yes. I'm Ian, I play guitar and sing in Halo Tora.
My name's Ryan, I play keys for Halo Tora.
I'm Chris, I sing and play guitar as well.
I'm Chris and I play drums.
I'm Kerry and I do the bass.
Nice. We are here in the Cottiers Theatre in the West End of Glasgow. Beautiful venue. What was the idea behind playing here tonight?
It came about 4 years ago actually, when we first started talking about doing this band. I was working as a sound engineer in here. I got hired to do just a few shows, and I was sitting up there on the sound desk and I thought, once we get the band together, we're definitely coming back to play here once we've got an album. So now that we've got the album to play, we haven't recorded it yet, but now that we've got enough songs for an album, we're gonna play it all tonight. So in this amazing venue. So.
Oh, very nice. Because of course last year you released your EP.
Yeah.
Can we expect to hear quite a few tracks from that tonight?
Yeah, probably all. Yeah, so there'll be a lot of new tracks as well, but yeah, the EP will be there. So.
What are you looking forward to about this venue then? What kind of drew you to it?
I would say more of kind of for a different kind of gig. It's everyone's sat down. Everyone's kind of seated. Make for a different sort of atmosphere. Kenny thinks this is great.
We've got this thing when we do interviews so that everybody worries about what's going to happen when Chris opens his mouth.
See, sorry, I know we're rabbiting on here about something that's not to do with the interview, but I'm just going to tell you anyway. We did an interview once before in our studio, and see, he knows right away. And
this is amazing.
Chris was asked like where the ideas for songs come from. We're all sat behind the camera, right? And where the ideas for the song, you know, he goes, sometimes, you know, Chris or Ian or whatever come in with an idea and we'll work from that. And then other times we just, you know, we'll get something that we take from the riff bag. Right? None of us have ever taken anything from a riff bag ever. We don't even know what the riff bag is. So all of us are behind the camera. So yeah, we worry now what he's going to say.
I mean, I'm just going to say totally silent now. You know, I mean, like, first time I've opened my mouth.
So you're looking forward to the seats?
I'm looking forward to just playing my drums and shutting the fuck up.
I'd probably say more so for myself. I used to play like in a sort of like band type. I played saxophone before, and I used to play in a lot of churches and stuff. And I'm very much more intrigued to see how a rock band will sound in this sort of venue compared to your kind of more slightly relaxed sort of sound, so I'm definitely looking forward to that.
When he says intrigued, I think he means terrified, because we're all terrified of that, but we'll make it happen.
Well, going back to the EP, what was the process like behind creating these songs?
Actually,
You love that riff bag.
the EP kind of, it wasn't even intentional. We kind of started writing songs and we were ready to start gigging. And our intention was to go in and demo a few songs just to hand out and get ourselves some gigs. But we're all kind of perfectionists, and when we went in and started demoing, it sort of grew arms and legs and turned into something that was worthy of getting released. So
And another week of studio costs.
so yeah, it wasn't. We didn't intend to go in and do an EP that we were going to release. It was supposed to be demos to get some gigs and get it started.
Yeah.
But yeah, grows arms and legs.
The good thing about the EP is to the rest of the album that we're doing now is that the EP was pretty much finished and ready when we were in, and now the songs we were recording the album were kind of like 85% there, so some of the stuff we're doing when we're in the studio, which is pretty cool. We were talking about how much we enjoyed that. Feels like we're a real band and to do stuff like that, so yeah, it's pretty cool. What
was the reaction to the record like?
Better than I thought it was going to be anyway. Yeah, we've got some excellent reviews. Like Jim Gillies said some nice things about us, and Ali McRae as well on the BBC. They said some really nice things. So yeah, much more than when, like you were saying, we were originally went in to record a demo, and then you come out with something that these guys who talk about music every day.
It's been played on Radio 1. It's been played on. It's been on the BBC Introducing podcast, and it was something that we went in and to demo. So it's done better than we expected.
We've sold about 15 CDs or something.
Thank you as much as that.
No, sure. Okay.
Well, there's definitely the genre that you guys kind of play, the whole proggy, so to speak. There's definitely a history with playing weirder venues and doing kind of crazier stuff. What other places have you got your eye on to play in the future that are similarly cool?
Hell.
Too warm.
Too well. You get
We're looking at the Harbour Arts Centre in Irvine. We actually, Chris and I's old band in Aberystwyth, we played there before, and it's a little amphitheatre. So we're planning to try and do that at some point as well. And then potentially, we were speaking about the music halls down where it's near the Trongate. I was looking at it the other day, online, and it's apparently Glasgow's first music hall. And it's a little, it's basically made of wood, the whole thing. And it looks excellent, so we'll maybe try and do something like that sometime.
I think outside Glasgow we'd like to get into places that don't usually, have live bands. I've seen a lot of bands go up to Shetland a lot of these days and stuff like that, and to get up there would be great, and just places, not usual places like Aberdeen and Dundee and stuff like that. I'd like to play in places where there's
A little bit more remote.
more remote, so there's no one there.
Flock of sheep dead, man.
Yeah.
Totally, aye.
Well, could you describe Halo Tora in 5 words?
Ooh, we take a word each. The.
No.
Right.
Thanks for that one.
Hold on.
Chris, Ian, Ryan, and Katie.
No.
No.
You're going to say
It's
no.
5 words.
We need a 6 minute song.
See, this is kind of come back to how we're all perfectionists. We can't, you know what I mean? Like, if we say something, like Ian's probably going to say no.
Sitting here in a week going, that was the wrong word.
That was the wrong word.
Probably nuts. I don't know what we're going to say.
I'd say kind of, as well as the kind of proggy kind of stuff, it's quite atmospheric as well.
Good at this 5 word stuff, aren't you?
Atmospheric is what I'm getting right to.
Atmospheric.
Ambient rock, 3.
For me, stressful. God, is it the sound or what we
Well, anything, the whole experience of the band.
I love it, man. So
Total bunch of fucking assholes.
come back to that one. I'm going to think about that one.
Cool. We'll swing back around. Different question then. Picking from all the musicians in the world, what would your ideal supergroup be?
Shania Twain.
We take it.
Mozart.
Beyonce.
Well, we just take it around instruments each, right?
Go on then, yeah.
Aye, you pick a bassist.
Who's the bassist going to be?
Live or dead, or does it matter?
Yeah, we can reanimate.
Right, Jaco
I
Pastorius.
thought you were going to say fucking Tupac.
He was an arsehole, but he's a good actor.
Tupac, he's deep. They reanimated him, didn't you know? This is why I don't speak.
So what's Jaco?
I'm going to go for Dave Grohl, just because he's the first guy I've ever seen that made me want to kind of play music.
Cool. I'm going to go with Craig B from Winding Hours and Aerogram, just because he's got a phenomenal voice and can write songs like nobody else. So.
Probably David Helfgott, who inspired the movie Shine. Got many CDs and DVDs, and big inspiration to me, absolutely.
And David Gilmour. Just to round it off.
Sorry, Craig, I wish I'd said Dave Gilmour.
Well, that does sound like a pretty kick-ass band, but from the bands that do exist at the moment, what would your ideal lineup be for a gig?
Ooh. God.
Tool headlining.
Mogwai.
Mogwai.
Yeah.
Arcane Roots for me.
Oh yeah.
They can go on first.
Jamie.
Jamie Lemon.
Jamie Lemon.
I'll be a cool gig.
Yeah.
Else, man.
Oh, no.
We're
Long
We're talking about festival here, so we're
Yeah!
Just turn it into a playlist.
Totally.
Deftones.
Deftones.
There we go.
That'll do.
That'll do.
That's a gig night.
It's a festival.
Look for a 3-day fest.
Guys, they don't actually play gigs, but there's a band called that we recently kind of, when I say recently, probably about a year ago, that we all kind of really started listening to. It's a band called Hammock, and it's 2 guys, and they don't they don't play gigs, but it's like soundscapes.
It's just a studio project.
It's the most relaxing music I've ever listened to.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see them play live, even though they don't.
India would be cool.
Aye,
Yeah.
yeah, totally.
Wow. Spot of current events just now. Where do you think the Malaysian plane is?
Did Courtney Love not find it?
Is it Courtney Love to us?
She drew a diagram.
It's in
I
the
know.
back garden.
More than anybody else has done.
It's in that drawer that she keeps everything.
The stuff drawer in the kitchen.
It's in the Tesco bags. It's in the bag, isn't it?
There's a pilot that came out last week and said,
Okay.
for some. I wonder if there's any usable. I'm sorry. He said there's a really simple explanation for why it's, and no one's listened to him. It's basically, he said that when there's ever an issue on board the flight, they turn towards the nearest airport, which is why he's turned. Finding the issue, he's disconnected all the parts to find out what it is, which is why the communication system went off. And obviously, if there's smoke in the cabin or whatever, he's become debilitated and flew in one direction for a long time. So I don't know why no one's listened to that.
It's like we were playing in Perth the other night, and me and Chris were discussing it in the van on the way back, and aye, that's probably the most likely cause.
So we're going to go with south of Africa. South of Africa is where we think it is.
Aye, Madagascar.
I hope they find it though, man. On a serious note, I really do hope they find it.
Well, you've got this gig tonight. You've got all sorts of interesting stuff coming up. What are your plans for the next few months?
Finish the album. It's the first big one. We've got a few gigs dotted about the place, nothing tour-wise, but we're playing down in the air at the start of May. We're going down to London a couple of times over the summer. But sort of the main focus is trying to get the album finished, hopefully by the summer as well. So yeah.
We're aiming for June to have it finished. Probably late on the year we'll have it out. We spoke about maybe trying to do after the album's recorded, maybe just do another EP off the backs or something before we put the album out. So yeah, we'll be pretty busy for the next 6 months.
Exciting times. Thanks very much for talking to us, guys, and have a good show.
Thanks very much.